Guys, we're here again in another American Beauty. This is a very rare car, one of 2 or 3 I think. I thought there was only one in the country, but then I googled and I found out there's actually quite a few. There was a silver one, another black one, and then there's this one. Although I'm thinking there's only 2 or 3 of this. Like I said, we're in a Cadillac STS 3.6 V6 2011. Let's go through it and I'll walk you guys around the features, the quirks. 3.6 V6 pushing out 302 horsepower and 276 foot-pounds of torque. Now, this car was available in a V8, but this one unfortunately has the V6. Unfortunately, for a 2011 model, they only had the V6 and they bumped up the horsepower up to 302. So that's the benefit of this. This car was available in an all-wheel drive, but this one is rear-wheel drive, so you can do some swanky donuts in this at your local takeover. Let's go through some features of this. Fake leather dashboard, just like the 300C you saw earlier. Not much crazy with the technology, but the seats, like the 300C, very comfortable. Nice leather wrapped, real leather wrapped steering wheel. None of that vegan stuff that you get in Teslas and the newer cars these days. Nice horn, very American. This also has the mechanical locks like the older cars. Pretty good build quality. As you can hear a little thump when you shut the door. Pretty good, nice and sturdy, American. Now when it comes to the features, it's got a little screen over here, which is touchscreen, I guess. Yeah, it is touchscreen. How cool is that? You can hit this, you get radio controls, your sound controls. It's got a Bose sound surround. It's got a Bose surround sound. Surround sound. Bose
sound system.
Bose sound system. It's got a Bose sound system, surround sound. Bose surround sound system. Right? Is that how it goes? Anyways, dual zone climate control with heated and cooled ventilated seats. How
pretty it feel? Cool right now, yeah.
The seats are pretty cool, right? Yeah. Anyways,
in this warm Bombay weather.
In this Bombay weather. This warm Bombay weather is definitely needed.
100%.
And it's got auto dimming mirrors up here as well. You got your sunroof. You got your little speakers for your Bluetooth so you can talk to people. You got some cool controls on here, your volume controls. Your little control arrows for going through the system on the dashboard, power, tilt and telescopic steering, which is pretty cool. AC is nice and cool still as well. And this also has a feature like the 300C, like I said, it was an American car thing, where you could turn on all the dome lights. But fortunately in this had LED dome lights because they needed some kind of luxury in here to compete with the cars it competed with. Now, just like the 300C, this competed with the 5 Series, believe it or not, the E-Class, the A6, the Audi A6. So Cadillac has a bigger version of this. They discontinued that in the early 2000s, mid 2000s. It was called the Cadillac DTS. Now that competed with the S-Class, the 7 Series, the A8, and all that good stuff. This competed with the mid segment. So this is called the STS. They have a smaller version which competes with the C-Class, the 3 Series, and the A4, which is called the CTS. Yeah, which look pretty much similar to this, but obviously a little smaller. One cool thing I got to show you guys. This Bose surround sound system comes with speakers on the seats. I don't know, a lot of cars don't come with this, but I think that's pretty cool.
I don't think I've ever seen one like this.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen it either. But it does have it, and you can have it too at Limitless Luxuries official. DM us. Let me know if you need any car. All right, back to this car. Like I said, it's got the 3.6 V6 automatic transmission. As you can look over here, Ruel, pan the camera. It's got the traditional auto manual, but it also has a sports mode. So if you put it over and just over here, don't go plus minus, it just goes into SD, which means sports, obviously, which means it's going to go fast. You can do your manual shifting if you want. Be a race car driver. Got an ashtray and your cigarette lighter as well. So it's got individual climate control, but if you don't want your passenger to control its own climate, You can turn it off and they'll have to deal with whatever temperature the driver wants. Now, like I said, it's got heated and cooled ventilated seats. So right now it's on, you can actually hear the fan of the seats in the seats. Let's actually go ahead and turn this off. You hear the flaps shutting. Actually, let's turn up the AC and just have the seats on. Wow. That's pretty cool. Like, say you don't want AC, you just want the heated seats or the cool seats, you can do that as well. So that's pretty cool. But you got your digital climate control over here. Up here you got your basic audio infotainment system. It's got a CD changer as well, and I guess this is the navigation CD slot that they have. Over here you got your push to start. Let me show you guys the key. Actually, unfortunately this key is low on battery, so it's not going to work. This key is pretty cool because this is what the key looked like. This does have a remote start, so if you press and hold this, when the car is off, it turns on. Unfortunately the battery is low on the key, so we won't be doing that today. Over here you got buttons for your hazard, your traction control. Pretty cool. Again, Americans were fascinated with the California walnut wood. I don't even know if that's a real thing, I just made that up, but we'll just go with it because that's what it was in the 300C, and it's pretty similar. So this one has more wood than the 300C. Royal loves the wood. You like the wood, right? It's got some leather door cards over here, making it feel a little luxurious, more luxurious than the 300C. Even though the 300C is a much bigger car, but this feels a little more better. It's got a V8, but this one has a V6, but this feels better for driving as well. We're gonna take a little spin and give you my feedback on it. All right, let's go for a drive and put this thing in drive. Actually, by the way, I forgot to mention, this car has heated seats in the back as well. And it's got 3 different options for your heated seats and climate control for the rear passengers. Nice, roomy. The 300C definitely has more leg room than this. It's not bad. It's pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, our seats are stressed out right now, so.
Yeah. I got my seat on the gangster lean, so you know how I do it. Let's go. Roll ready?
Yeah.
V6, nothing special, but it gets the job done. Let's turn traction control off. Put this baby in sport. And let's do the deed, the devil's deed. Let's go. So this car is not a Japanese import. I think it is a Mexican import converted to a right-hand drive because there's stuff written here in Spanish. I guess that's Spanish. Not bad, huh?
Yeah, not bad.
302 horsepower. You better freaking move. This is not exactly a light car either, so it definitely needs the power. The transmission on this is so slow. American cars are so bad with the transmission, and these GM transmissions are horrible. Obviously, Cadillac owned by GM, General Motors. Let's see what this baby could do. Not bad. Gets up to triple digits, pretty good. This actually does 0 to 60 in 6.5, which is not that bad for a car this size with the power it has. Obviously, by Indian standards, it's pretty ahead of its time, you know, in 2011 at least. And even now, 6.5 0 to 100 is pretty decent compared to the cars that are sold here. But yeah, man, steering wheel's really smooth. Cadillac's all about luxury. Like they have different brands under the GM, like how Volkswagen has the Volkswagen Audi group. They have a bunch of brands underneath like that. GM has Cadillac, then they have, you know, GMC, then right below that they have Buick, then they have Chevrolet, then they have Pontiac, or I think it's Pontiac and then Chevy. This being the top of the line model for GM back then, you know, for this segment, this was the best car you could buy. It's not that bad, you know, it's aged very well. Like I said, the previous owner really took care of these cars. So this Celica and the 300C, we bought from the same owner. So luckily that guy really was a really nice car enthusiast who took care of his cars. Suspension is really soft. You know what? This really feels like a 212 E-Class, but a little more luxurious, fit and finish wise especially. The build quality on this feels really nice for being an American car. I mean, this has only done 31,000 kilometers, but being a car in India, this car is aged pretty well. Especially because there's no aftermarket support, after-sales support for this. You know, there's no Cadillac in India. A nice Defender. I see a lot of these on the road now. This one is actually a test drive car, a brand new delivery, I'm not sure. No number plates. But yeah, pretty good ride. Bro, what do you think?
I actually like this. Like, it's nice, spacious, comfortable.
Sunroof's pretty big. Sound deadening is pretty good as well. So the outside noise You know, like I'm just gonna put the window down. Oh wow, Audi S4, pretty clean. We should start spotting cars, Ro. What do you think? We actually see some pretty cool cars throughout our day, but just to give you a glimpse of how this car is luxury-wise with the sound, go ahead and put the window down. So it's pretty quiet inside, you know, it's got a quiet cabin. Let's go back and we're gonna do a little walk around in this car and show you the design of this car. Actually, this car was actually designed right off of the CTS, and they literally made this car a bigger version of the CTS. You know, it looks the same almost. Some designers are actually from European auto manufacturers who came over and helped GM out with the design of the CTS and then this one. So this car is another car owned by mobsters back home, you know, so Cadillac, obviously.
Imagine,
you know?
this and an Escalade together.
Oh my god, that'd be so sick. Anyone got a black Escalade, want to make a cool video? Hit me up.
Entourage.
Yeah, you ever watch Entourage?
Yeah.
It's the greatest show ever. After The Office. If you're an Office fan, comment below your favorite character. If you're an Entourage fan, comment below your favorite character. Cool thing about this car, it had a mode over here where you could see it's in kilometers per hour now, but you can actually change it to miles per hour. So it will read miles per hour, all the units, whether it's the mileage or the speed. How cool is that? So this car came with a really smooth steering wheel. Now, I don't know what Cadillac calls it, but I know it's technology, like Audi calls it the servotronic, where the steering wheel gets stiffer and lighter compared to how fast you're going. And this, it's really nice and luxurious. Like I could literally turn this car with the pinky, you know, so smooth and so easy to drive and maneuver around, especially in a city like Mumbai, man. Especially you got to squeeze through these tight lanes and stuff and make U-turns, and then they have these idiots who cut. Oh, ऊपर से जाओ ना. If you want to feel like the US president, you can ride in this. Actually, get your chauffeur to drive this so you can sit in the back. Just imagine, everyone has an S-Class, everyone has a 7 Series, everyone has an A8, everyone has whatever, you know, all these luxury cars. But you pull up in this thing with the driver driving, you know, all blacked out, and you're in the back, and you step out of this thing, everyone's gonna be like, yo, who the f is that? You know? I think I'm gonna take this car out tonight for partying. Let's go. Should be a nice. This should be fun.
Should wear a suit.
No, a little out of pocket, but come on, Ruel, stop capping. I'm not gonna wear a suit. Actually, you know what? That wouldn't be a bad idea. A full black tuxedo. I feel like the president, Barack Obama. Obviously, Obama wasn't the president when this car came out. I think it was George Bush. But anyways, yeah, let's go check out the outside of this car. Look, that's a competition of this car, the E-Class 211, which competed with this car back then. I've driven both cars, me owning an E-Coupe itself, and this feels much cooler to drive. Power-wise, practically the same. Obviously, it's a coupe, so it weighs less, but if I had to compare this to obviously the sedan version of the E-Class, this definitely takes the cake. There's that Defender you can see that we saw earlier. Pretty cool. It's got the snorkel. It's got the utility box on the side. Pretty much fully.
It's a nice color also.
It's a nice color too. So as you can see in the front, this car, just like the Chrysler 300C, is packed with chrome everywhere. The big front grille, not as big as the Chrysler. It's actually pretty cool. Like I said, designed by Europeans who came over and helped GM out with the design of the CTS. This took over from the CTS being a bigger car. So it's also available in a V, which was a V8 supercharged. I'm not sure which LS motor it was, but it was definitely an LS motor supercharged, which made close to 500 horsepower. This car got the nice big 18-inch wheels, chrome everywhere like I mentioned, bi-xenon headlamps with fog lights and rear fogs. There's no parking sensors or rear view camera because Americans, they don't believe in all that stuff. You know, you don't have the tight corners and tight parkings that we have here in India, so you can always install an aftermarket one. So as you can see on the side, it's got the GM badges on the fenders, just to let you know it's a GM product. Cadillac badge in the back, badge that says Cadillac with the STS below it. It also has a badge that says 3.6 direct injection, just so you guys don't think it's not direct injection and it's carbureted or something. I really like the taillights. They are LED. A nice spoiler in the back. Actually looks like a factory option. Also has dual exhaust. And of course, it being an American car, it's got the side markers on the front and the rear bumpers, which look pretty ugly. You can black them out if you want. Chrome door handles, chrome stripe on the side, gives it that luxury touch. And yeah, let's go do the trunk test and hear what this car sounds like. Another car that was used by the mob was the Cadillac. So we're gonna go do the Ruel trunk test now. Although it looks smaller than the 300Z. The 300C,
Yeah, I don't think I'll fit.
Yeah, I don't think you're gonna fit. Let's not try it. Let's just hear what this sounds like. So guys, hope you guys enjoyed that episode of the Cadillac, a little walk around with its quirks and features. Make sure you hit up Limitless Luxuries Official, DM us, let us know what you want. We can find you your car of your dreams, regardless if you have it in the stock or not. I can source it for you. Or anything car related, just hit me up. I'll definitely help you guys out, you know. Make sure you like, subscribe, share, and follow for more videos like this. And let me know what you guys want me to review next from the lineup. See you guys soon. Join the cartel.